Hello chess lovers, Soren here, and in this video I want to share with you a brilliant attacking game played by Chinese chess grandmaster Ding Liren. Ding Liren is on the black side and his opponent is American chess grandmaster Fabiano Caruana. This game was played in Blitz section at 2019 St. Louis Rapid and Blitz, and now without further ado, let's get started with this fascinating game and see what happened on the board. Caruana was playing with the white pieces opened up with e4, and Ding Liren responded with Caro-Kann defense c6, d4, d5, and e takes d5. Caruana goes for exchange variation, c takes d5, bishop d3, not allowing any bishop f5 jumps. White bishop is instantly occupying that diagonal. Knight c6, c3, queen c7, h3. Another popular alternative is knight e2. In our game we have h3, knight f6 and knight a3. This is a very rare move. Usually white is playing knight f3 and then is castling kingside, but in our game we have knight a3, and I have to tell you that I checked up in my chess-based database and there were only played 3 games with this knight a3 move. Right now white knight wants to jump on b5, that's why in here Ding Liren first played a6 and after knight c2 played g6. Looks like that he wants to fianchetto his kingside bishop, but after knight f3 he demonstrated that he just wants to offer the exchange of light squared bishop. Yes, he's not afraid of the doubling up his pawns on the f file. This can allow him to open up the g file and then later put pressure on white's kingside. Understanding that, Caruana decided not to capture on f5 and instead moved his light squared bishop back on e2. Here we have e6, white castles kingside, and h5. Already at this point Ding Liren starts to demonstrate his aggressive intentions. Knight e1, while white is horsing around, Ding Liren is developing his last piece, bishop d6, knight d3, a perfect outpost for black knight. Now all black needs is to solve the castling problem and then launch an attack. After bishop e3 we have castling queenside, a very double-edged decision. This can allow white to launch a counter-attack on the queen side, but now let's see who is going to be faster. Rook c1, at some point white can bring into life c4 advancement, and there it goes, an interesting pawn sacrifice by Ding Liren g5. In here Caruana accepted the pawn sacrifice, played knight takes g5, but it turns out that the pawn is poisoned. Instead of playing knight takes g5, it was better to occupy this nice outpost on e5 with the knight on f3. The thing is that now black can't win a pawn, because in the end of the day white has this bishop d4 move, or after knight e5 you can't even play a move like f6 because this favors white. White can capture on c6 and then can go for c4. Yes, white is getting nice attacking chances, and I have to tell you that actually after knight e5 the best move for black is g4, but there's no problem at all for white. White can lock up the king side by playing h4. But in our game after g5 we have this dangerous looking knight takes g5 move, which allows Ding Liren to open up the g file and launch a devastating attack. Here we have f4 and knight g3, though I have to tell you that Ding Liren is missing a very easy win. Instead of playing knight g3, he could go for rook takes g5 exchange sacrifice, and then after f takes g5 exploit the weaknesses of the dark squares. A similar idea we have already seen in Carlsen Aronian game. In that case the line favored only Aronian, but in this game it's black who is winning. Yes, now if king h1 then knight g3 check is coming, and black is just playing checkers, you know, is starting to munch everything on its way. But in here after f4 Ding Liren missed his chance, played knight g3, but still he has a huge advantage and nice winning chances. The rook on f1 was under attack. We have rook f2, f6, Black is kicking away the knight, is managing to open up his rook's path, and then we have knight e4, rook f1. Well, this is a mistake, after which white's position collapses quickly. In here, the tougher resistance starts with knight h4, though I have to tell you that after bishop takes h3, rook f3, knight g3, still black has a huge advantage. But in our game we have rook f1, which is even worse, and there it goes, bishop takes h3 is on the board. Knight e1, white is protecting the pawn on g2, and this time the h-pawn is coming near, h4. Now black wants to play bishop takes g2 followed by h3. That's why white unpinned the pawn, but now comes the queen. When you're attacking, all your pieces should join the party. Now the threat is queen g3 check followed by bishop takes g2. Yeah, it looks like that checkmate is very near. That's why Caruana played bishop f3, but anyways, this time we have bishop takes g2. Bishop takes g2, queen g3 check, king h1, and queen takes e3. Now, there are so many threats. The knight can jump on g3. h3 can be a nice threat. Black's position is totally winning, you know. In here, Caruana played rook f3, but after Ding Liren's brilliant response, he resigned. In here, Ding Liren went for a queen sacrifice and played h3. Truly a brilliant move, right, guys? Now, black wants to capture on g2, and if you accept the queen sacrifice, then anyways, that h takes g2 check is coming. We have a double check, and then after rook h1, we have a checkmate. That's why after this h3 move, we have a resignation. Just a brilliant attack by Ding Liren. Caruana made a mistake, captured that poisoned pawn on g5 and found himself in trouble. In the end, as usual, a chess puzzle for you where the task is to find that winning move for white. It's white to move, and I will wait for your answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching. In the end, here are more suggestions for you. Feel free to check them out as well. I will see you in my next video. Take care.